All right, let's talk a little bit about Springboard and some characteristics, if this is bullish or not. So what you're looking at here is a simple bar chart with price overlaid, and what we have here is price coming down, but then it's met with this very aggressive spike in volume, and then price starts to rise again. And we also get very, very strong indication of buying volume here too. So this is what a springboard is. A springboard is when you have your spring, right, that we talked about before, but it's on high volume. If we had weak volume here, this would be a very bad sign. But so far, so good. This is relatively high volume. All right, let's take a look at one other thing here. So after the springboard, we want to see a sign of strength, right? And an indicator of a sign of strength is just that the candles are closing close to the highs. So you see here, we've got a lot of green proportionately to red. And the candles are also closing near their highs, right? So they're either full or they're closing near their highs, right? So we don't have candles that are closing quite like this, right? Very low. So it's kind of sloppy. All right, so in this case, strong candles look like this. Maybe they wick down or they're full. A weak green candle would be something like this, right? So we see the sign of strength here. So let's go look at that in real time on the actual chart. All right, so here we are. So we're on the 1 hour. We see that we're rising quickly. We're coming back up. We're closing the gap. We should run right to here in this range. Will get rejected. This also should be the last point of support here, where when we do reject, we should come back down to this level. Whoops. Oops, I hate that. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it now. Alright, so what is that? Let me go to the 2 hour and I'll draw this out. So what we should see is this continue to rise, get up into the upper part of the trading range. If we're going to cycle down and do this again, it'll just reject and start coming down. However, if it breaks away, it should then get pulled back in somewhere in this area where we found that last support. It might not, again, it's not going to be a linear fall. It's going to be jagged. It's going to come down here, and then this is where it's going to shoot back up. So we've got a couple areas to watch. We've got this 36.8, give or take 200 region that we're in now, to, really you could say up to 37.5, right? You always want to give yourself a little bit of margin of error. So we've got this to watch, and we've got these levels here. But once it leaves that second time, if this model is correct as a predictor, it's not coming back. So, I wouldn't really buy right now. It's kind of in that no man's land. But what I would do is I would buy on that pullback.